Our tour around Australia had gotten off to a great start with stops in Canberra and Adelaide before beginning our road trip heading east towards Melbourne. Crossing into Victoria meant we were almost to the Great Ocean Road, but when we heard there was a place that combined some history with cute animals, of course we had to stop. It's another crazy bright sunny day. We're out on another walk, of course. Where are we going?
We're going to we are on Griffin's Island, and there's the Lighthouse here in Port Ferry, and the wallabies living on the island. So, yeah.
Gonna go find some wallabies. Not only was Griffith's Island home to wallabies, but there was an extensive shearwater colony, and something we definitely weren't expecting.
My
It's a big one.
Size of that thing.
Sweetie, what is that down there?
It's a stingray.
Oh my goodness.
Huge. Okay, not the biggest I've ever seen, but it's pretty big.
Pretty big for a little inlet.
That was a big old stingray.
Wow, I was not expecting to see that in here.
Yeah.
Come for the wallabies, get enthralled by the stingrays.
I thought it was like a fin because it was breaking the water. Just the one side of its body. And yeah, that's pretty wild.
It's pretty cool. We're headed back along the same path.
I know. I think we got distracted by the stingray and we missed the turnoff for the lighthouse.
All right.
But we did find a nice beach, so. Kind of smells.
Wallabies. Blame the wallabies.
Yeah, I'm inclined to.
Find the lighthouse over there.
We did.
So, what's so special about the lighthouse?
I don't know. What is so special about the lighthouse?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
Oh,
Something made it worth hiking all the way out here.
does have a pretty stellar view.
Yeah, that's all you need to have it be worth it. I'm very disappointed to report no wallaby sightings.
Nope.
Major bummer. However, the lighthouse is pretty freaking cool.
And really, it's because the wallabies are smart. They're hanging out in the shade.
That's true, because there's a lot of shadow. It's midday. It's hot right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, time to get back in the air-conditioned car. Getting back in the air-conditioned car felt absolutely wonderful. We drove on to our last stop before officially starting the Great Ocean Road.
Hey, we're on the Great Ocean Road.
Woo! Finally! That's pretty exciting.
Yes. We've left Warrnambool this morning.
You learned how to say it, didn't you?
I did learn how to say it. And what are we doing today? We are going to...
Say, I don't know what you're asking me, because I don't know. I just drive.
We're going to the London Bridge and the 12 Apostles. And...
Continue straight to stay on Great Ocean Road, B100.
Yeah, we're listening to her.
Yeah. She's very insistent that I keep going straight.
Continue on B100 for 32 kilometers.
See? Oh, I found you again.
You did find me.
Where are we at today?
We are at the Grotto. This is our
Ooh.
first stop on the Great Ocean Road.
The official Great Ocean Road, huh?
Official Great Ocean Road.
What do you think, babe? It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's actually Like really neat to watch the wind whipping through, and it makes, you know, the ripples in the little ponds here. The water is very beautiful.
Definitely no sign of Mr. Hef here, though.
No.
Eye roll number 1 of the day.
Eye roll number 1 of the day.
Alright, that's deserved. The Great Ocean Road is renowned for its natural beauty, and just a bit further down the road, we came to another amazing stop. Oh my god, it's so windy! Alright, this probably won't come out, but what are we here looking at?
We're at the London Bridge.
The London Bridge.
Yep.
Fortunately, it's not falling down quite yet.
True. It reminds me of the arch we saw in Niue.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. No flying the drone through it this time, though.
No thank you.
Far too windy for that.
Well, that I don't have it with me, so.
Oh no, Phoenix is on the trip.
Oh my god. The Grotto and the London Bridge were a nice warm-up for the most famous of the attractions along the Great Ocean Road, the 12 Apostles. It was crazy windy and crazy crowded, but we just couldn't help being awed by the stunning sights of nature.
We're not by the ocean anymore.
No, so we've discovered that there's apparently a little detour over to a redwood forest, which sounds freaking awesome, and let's be honest, we are by the ocean pretty much all the time, so this would be kind of a good opportunity to go see something a little bit different.
Yeah, plus it's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah.
It's a little nasty. It is a ridiculously windy day out there right now. So, yeah, being in the protection of a forest is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, we can maybe do some hiking, some waterfalls before we head over to Apollo Bay.
All of these things sound awesome. So what's going on right now, babe?
It's raining.
We found this beautiful forest, but I don't know, I'm not feeling up for getting soaked today.
Yeah, it's not cooperating super well today.
No.
But it has been like really blue skies and sunny for quite a few days, so we were due. It's been a nice drive though. Like,
Gorgeous coming through these forests.
yeah, this has been really different from anything we've seen lately, really. Like, the driving from Adelaide this far has been a lot of farmland, but this is very reminiscent of New Zealand.
Yeah,
like the
that's what I was
big
thinking.
silver ferns and very big tall trees, and I don't know what kind they are. And like the bark is peeling off, but it's very pretty. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it anyways.
That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
A little drizzle, I'm totally fine with. A full-on downpour, not so much. Rather than going hiking, we enjoyed a beautiful drive through the forest on our way to Apollo Bay. There we met up with our friend Colin, who we'd met all the way back in La Rochelle when we were picking up Starry Horizons. He took us out on one of his favorite walks once the rain had stopped, so at least we got a little hiking in for the day. The next day, we still had the hiking bug, so we set out to do a quick one to get a nice view over Apollo Bay.
think we're gonna get rained on.
I don't think it's we're going to get. I think we are being rained on.
Yeah. You want to head back before we get soaked?
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
On hike number 2 of the morning already. Where are we going?
This is Carisbrook.
Carisbrook Falls. So, since we got rained out of going to some falls yesterday, gonna try to make up for it today. You find it?
Yeah. Although it's kind of like a high viewpoint, I want to be like down.
Looking up at it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, as our hikes go, that was a pretty short one. 10 minutes up, 10 minutes on the way back. We're pretty big suckers for koalas, so when we read you could see them in the wild at the appropriately named Cafe Koala, we pulled in for a visit. Hey you find a koala in the wild?
We did, yes. It was ridiculously easy. We're at the Kennett River, and there's like a parking lot with a cafe, and then you see all these tourists, and there's a road, and like the tourists are feeding birds, and then if you keep going, you'll find tourists with a bunch of tourists with a koala. And we kept going, we found our own koala here.
Hanging out in the tree.
Just hanging out in the tree, yeah.
Doing what koalas do.
Sleeping.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Since technically we were tourists, we felt no shame whatsoever about joining the crowds and feeding the birds. Well, you almost had a friend for a while.
I have no food. I don't know why you picked me.
Yeah, the red hair.
Clearly. Hang on. We got some friends here. Oh, that feels weird. Do you guys get ignored because you're not as pretty? No, I know.
Now you got yourself a real friend, huh?
Yep. Please don't poop on my camera.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
The limits of friendship only go so far, huh?
It's okay.
Thanks for giving me the butt pound. The Great Ocean Road is only about 150 miles long, but I think it's fair to say that the incredible scenery will make this one of my favorite drives of all time. Found ourselves at another memorial, huh, babe?
Yes.
What is this?
We're at the Memorial Arc for the Great Ocean Road and the returned servicemen who built the Great Ocean Road.
Yeah, so from World War I, right?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, they came back and the Great Ocean Road Trust was founded, and it was a way to employ servicemen and give them jobs and get them outdoors, and it's all painted very like positively here. I'm sure conditions were tough, but the stance that they've taken is that it was good for the servicemen to come back and work outside and have camaraderie and not be in the trenches. So
yeah, I think just about anywhere would be better than being in the trenches.
yeah, definitely.
After leaving what was technically the beginning of the Great Ocean Road in Torquay, we were headed to Melbourne. All that stood in our way was Port Phillip Bay, and we figured crossing by ferry would be an entirely appropriate way to wrap up the road trip.
Hey, that looks like a big city out there.
It is. We have found Melbourne and the end of the Great Ocean Road.
Oh, so sad.
I know, kind of a bummer. But man, that was such a cool drive. Like just being on the coast and winding up along. You got the cliffs, the waves, the beaches. The small little towns were pretty awesome. So that was a pretty awesome trip.
Yeah, those surfside beach towns were pretty amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I would move there. Yeah.
Uh-oh, everyone heard it here.
They're pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, but I guess it means this part of the trip's just about done, and now we're gonna go enjoy Melbourne for a bit.
Sounds great.
Hey y'all, thank you very much for checking out our Great Ocean Road Trip video. It was just such a phenomenal drive, but I'm glad I got Amy back to the boat because I was a little worried we might get stuck in those beachside towns for a while. Make sure you stick around and check out. The next couple of videos are going to be Melbourne and Tasmania, so we've got a lot coming up there. And we've got a quick little announcement. We are actually flying back to the States for a fast visit, and we're going to be coming to Denver. So if you're around the area, check out down below. We'll have a link to a meetup we're going to do. So if we get a chance to see y'all there. Thanks very much for watching. See y'all next time.